My name is Dr. Bill Sheet. I'm Deputy Director of the MSc in Environmental Technology, Director of the core course, and also Director of Careers. The MSc in Environmental Technology is very much designed to get people jobs at the end of the course, and in terms of the types of careers that our students, our graduates go into, it's very wide-ranging. Certainly the majority of our students, our graduates, will have got into environment-related employment generally within 6 months or so of the course. A strong feature of the MSc in Environmental Technology is our strong alumni network. The course has been running for over 35 years, so we have some 3,000 or more graduates around the world. It helps particularly in terms of our graduates getting jobs because of that network. Many of our graduates will be employed by former graduates, for example, and that many people are already in senior positions in organisations and companies spread throughout the world. The purpose of the core course is very much to bring people from a wide range, a diverse range of backgrounds up to the same level of understanding across a wide range of subjects. So the core course contains modules on ecology, on environmental policy and management, on environmental economics, environmental law, environmental pollution and control, research methods and statistics, and risk. The core course is particularly important from a careers point of view because many of our graduates will go on into jobs that require them to have a strong interdisciplinary perspective. The policy seminars are an important institution within the MSc in Environmental Technology, something that we've run continuously throughout its history. On the Thursday evening we have an external speaker that comes in. It's an opportunity to engage with that external speaker, and then that goes on to an informal discussion over drinks afterwards. The students get a huge amount out of the core course, yes. They find it certainly a challenging course because of the diversity, but also something that they come back to very much in their later careers.
The options focus is on pollution in its widest sense: sources, pathways, effects, control measures, and the legal and policy implications of pollution. We have a strong emphasis on it in sort of practical aspects of pollution. We have two major pieces of coursework in the term. First is a waste management project, which is done with one of the other options, where the students work with a client on developing waste management strategies, and these are done as a consultancy type exercise. The other is a pollution management policy case study. We teach mainly via, or partly via lectures and partly via the small group work which I've been talking about, and a very important part of the term and the option is a study tour which comes at the end of the term, where we spend a whole week in a different part of the United Kingdom visiting industries, waste management facilities, and the regulator, local NGOs and so on. In terms of careers, the prospects are excellent, and about 40% of our students go into consultancies, and from this option mainly environmental consultants and engineering consultancies with their environmental sections. But they also go in for the regulatory bodies, local and national government, water, energy and manufacturing industry, international organisations, NGOs, and the pollution management option students get jobs very quickly indeed.
Everybody in the UK tends to think that water is everywhere, it's always falling, we've got rain, it doesn't matter. But it's not true. There are water stresses in the world in general, but also in the UK because of increasing population, because of climate change, because of uneven water distribution. It's an important thing to study. We have a collection of different techniques for studying. First of all, there are the lectures. You learn about the different technologies. You also learn about the different management techniques. Also, there are a couple of projects which are running throughout the option term. One of them is the Anglian Water Project, and also the Hounslow Heath Project, which deals with contaminated land and also contaminated water. At the end of the term, we all pile into a bus and go to East Anglia, where we study the various environmental problems and solutions, looking at the Broads, how they deal with the water there. There are treatment plants, there are sewage treatment plants. After that, there's the project term, during which you have to work out what you want to do to deliver your project later. As for careers, the water option really delivers. This is something where we're good at getting jobs. They offer careers in the water consultancies, the environmental consultancies, for the water companies. You've been working with water companies during the term. There are the regulators and there are also the government agencies, the DEFRA, the Environment Agency. We're good at getting jobs.
The energy policy option, as the name suggests, focuses on energy policy issues. There's a strong emphasis on renewables and low carbon supply of energy, given current interest in climate change. But that's not exclusively what we cover. There are a whole wider range of issues in energy policy, such as security of supply, energy poverty, and so on, which are also important, and we cover those.
We cover a wide range of energy technologies and energy issues. The way that we deliver the course is through a combination of external lecturers, experts in their field from other universities, from industry, government and so on, as well as classes which we teach ourselves, small group seminars which are organised by some of our researchers, and a combination of an exam and a range of coursework activities. We aim to equip students with a range of skills. Particularly, we would hope that they would have an appreciation of the economics of energy technologies and investment in the energy system. Those kind of skills, together with an understanding of policy issues and technologies, lead our students into a variety of career paths. Many start off in consultancy before moving into government or into the energy industry. We often have a number of students that go on to work for some of the leading NGOs, and one or two who stay in academia.
I'm Dr. Susan Hodgson. I'm a lecturer in environmental epidemiology and exposure assessment, and I'm the option convener for the Health and the Global Environment option. The health option is one of the 9 options offered within the MSc in Environmental Technology. It's been redesigned to tackle today's problems and to meet market needs. We want really ambitious students to choose this option, students with a really open mind who are willing to tackle this really broad, holistic and interdisciplinary topic. We want the graduates of our course to be leaders in the field of health and the global environment. This is a really rewarding and challenging area to work. So of course all of the students on the environmental technology course will end up with a really relevant skill set, coping and tackling key environmental problems that we face today. Of course, a lot of the reason that we're interested in environmental problems is because of their direct impact on human health, and it's students from this health option that will be able to take in that whole broad picture. The Health and Global Environment option has 5 taught modules covering things like toxicology, exposure assessment, environmental decision making and tools, health protection, epidemiology, global health. As well as that, there are 2 case study project-based assignments that students partake in, one of which being Hounslow Heath, which is shared with the other natural science students, another being specific to the health and the global environment students. These topics can be really varied, but for instance this year we looked at waste electronic and electrical equipment and that's impact on global health. Students will then hopefully progress on in their final term to do a health or health and environment related project. We teach students with faculty staff from the Faculty of Medicine, also the Faculty of Natural Sciences, and of course from staff outside of Imperial. We bring in people from regulatory authorities, from Public Health England, from the Committee on Climate Change. All of these people feed into this course. So graduates from this course will be really fit for employment in non-government organisations related to health and the environment, in academia, in government departments and regulatory agencies and consultancies. There's no sphere of work out there that these skills will not be relevant to in any sector that tackles health and the environment. Students on this course will find it really interesting, really fascinating and hopefully lots of fun. Issues like global change, climate change, ageing populations and their specific vulnerabilities. There are a whole host of challenges that we face today that can only be really tackled by people who've got this really broad set of knowledge and skills.
My name's Jan Grono. I'm a visiting prof here at Imperial in Waste Management, and I co-convene the Environmental Analysis and Assessment course with Martin Head. In this course we're trying to provide the students with the skills to analyse and assess and synthesise the material they come across, and try to help them to not take the material they come across at face value, but to think about it. We run 3 options within the course. That's groundwater and contaminated land, and air pollution and climate change, and waste management. And one of the projects we run with the students is a waste management project, and this year they've had to develop the waste management strategy for one of the counties in the southwest of England. And they've done a really good job of it, and they've a very professional job, and they've worked very hard, and I think they really enjoyed it.
My name is Martin Head. I co-convene the EA option with Professor Jan Grono. The module is aimed really to give students the skills that they need to go on and go into industry and get successful jobs and so on. To achieve this, we take the students on a series of field trips. The waste management project is run by Jan, and I'm more involved in the Hounslow Heath project, where we take students to a site in West London, which is actually the site of an ex-landfill which has now been covered, where they do some analysis work. They use the skill set that they've picked up going through the course up to that point. And they prepare a report, and they get to understand the requirements for when they actually do go on to get into their jobs. We also take these students away for a week on a study tour week, and the objective of that is to take them to see various industrial sites where there are issues of pollution or contamination and so on, designed to look at the real world so they can appreciate the problems that are going on out there and the kinds of things that they'll need to be dealing with when they go on into industry and to work for consultancies and so on at the end of the course. So to sum up, really, the objective is really to give the students the skill set that they need in order to go on and become leaders in the field.
My name's Mike Tennant. I'm the convener of the Business and Environment option on the MSc. The remit of the option generally is to expose the students to a broad range of sustainability questions that businesses may face. We try to do this in a proactive way, so we engage businesses, we try to develop innovative solutions, and I think that's a key word for some of the things we're trying to do on the course is innovation. And really focus away from risk and compliance, although those are important, to, as I said, more of a proactive way of dealing with business opportunities given the current crises we're actually in. We do this with a variety of methods. We have taught sessions with experts from sustainable organisations, from think tanks, from a broad range of different sectors, and we support that with two pieces of coursework. One of them is working with large companies. So, for example, this year we worked with McDonald's, we worked with BP, we worked with PricewaterhouseCoopers on current live problems that they actually face. Our second piece of coursework, we develop business plans. The caveat being that the businesses have to be not only financially viable, but also have positive social and environmental impacts attached to them. So it's pretty tricky, but it's a lot of fun. The career opportunities, they're wide. Wherever a business that needs sustainability expert, we can slot them in. A number of people work in consultancies, some people set up their own organisations, some people go to set up whole initiatives within organisations.